Alright guys, so up to let's go Silent Night. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that I did upgrade to level 20. Everybody here is at level 20, even though this is probably just level 22. Fine. I mean, like, I don't want to level my characters up too much since I don't know what type of enemy we're dealing with, so we'll just go for blunt. I mean, it's like maybe we need some other type of damage, but who knows? The smoke that was faintly visible through the bus windows covered the whole town. What a mess this is, huh? By the way, don't you hear a familiar song from somewhere? Oh, yeah, I know this one. Used to hear this tune an awful lot on snowy days. They played it a bunch during wartime to raise our spirits. It's the exact opposite for me. The song evoked various memories in the group. For me, I'm not sure. It's definitely familiar, but it doesn't bring up any clear images in my head. However, I could still feel a faint splash of feeling from deep in my heart. Maybe I knew this song before I lost my memory. This mist of emotion rose inside me though. It doesn't feel precious or warm. An ache. An inexplicable sting is what I felt. Right. That day, it was snowy like this, and that song was playing. The trees before us were decorated with grim ornaments. All sorts of internal organs and mechanical parts were hung from the branches, as if someone put people's innards on full display. Isn't this going too far? A classic, but more kitschy than anything. There are no survivors nearby. Then everything finally fell into place. It's just like... Oh, okay. A boss? A piercing sound caused the group to cover their ears. Enjoying your Noel, everyone? The night isn't really silent, but it sure is holy. Isn't Christmas still a fair way off? You're right, it's not anytime soon. My name is Cromer. I'm a humanitarian who loves purity, and the one who grips the hammer. Well, I don't know how you managed to get here, but you're trespassing on private property. As you can see, this hallowed ground is undergoing our kneeling judgment. I hope you like the decorations I set up. Well, let's just say that you got lost. Turn back now, and the fine will be all you'll have to pay. I'm feeling generous. Today is the nativity after all. Oh, before that, is Guido there? Guido? Here I stand. Oh, we're finding Guido? Good, just in case. Do you see any heretics over there? The massive man named Guido who responded to her turns to us. He intently stares into each of us until his eyes fall upon me. He gazes at me for a very long time. Although he was wearing a mask, those eyes of his, they froze us completely still, as if his glare nailed us to the ground. I see an impure one and their followers. And with them, the child you spoke of. Really? My Sinclair is back? Come see me, Sinclair. I'll be waiting at a familiar spot. I can hear Sinclair grinding and gnashing his teeth. He made a dreadful noise. I couldn't be sure if it was from hatred or fear. Take out the rest, Guido, or should I myself? I wouldn't mind. I urge you to focus on hammering the impure. or one who grips? Okay, one who grips. Good, good. Let's keep up the purification. Now then, everyone, Merry Christmas. I guess it's like, is it? I guess it's kind of a take on the whole Christian thing. A number of inquisitors gathered around Guido. He stands firm behind them. He's not making any movement, but his presence alone is threatening enough. An intense aura of hostility was radiating straight from him. Okay, I guess this nest is kind of like a take on the Christian whole church thing. Yeah, right? I think so. Okay, well, this is gonna be a tough fight. May I just hope I can get some what's it I'm hoping for? Like some good rolls. Let's just go for okay.
머리통을 박살내주마. 다음.
Okay. I get an unopposed attack. Oh.
이대로 가보자고. 생각보다 잘 타는 걸.
I think I got staggered before I could use my ego skill. I mean, since I didn't have a chance to use it, let's just not use it then. There's no point in using it. There's critical in this game? Alright, there is a boss. Okay, still fatal to blunt attacks. If target has 5+ Uncorpse Nail, stagger them. Wow. Okay, and these like minions are not even minions. And he has a block. Okay, these rolls are pretty close, but good thing I rolled them well. Okay, we have 2 staggers. Okay, well, we have a lot of actions. I think this is a good eagle. It's just that I can't use it. Well, let's go for the 4th match frame. Who's not even targeting the right guy using this? I'm not targeting the right guy using that either. What? Okay, so if I change it to Eagle, the target switches? Are you? You're fucking kidding me. Why? Why would my target change? Why the hell would my target change? That's so dumb.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
마음을 녹일 수 있다면. 목표 완전 무력화.
Wait, I don't understand the. Okay, I guess the target is.
너무 쉽잖아.
I don't know how the target is, like how it's choosing the targets. It's there's no basically like no control. There's a little bit of control, but not that much. That was a tough opponent. We should move before they come back to their senses. What a shameful thing to say. A soldier does not retreat before the enemy when victory is in sight. Can you save the military drill for a better time? Ishmael is right. That's not someone we can beat easily. We will fall back. Otis reluctantly backed down. Sinclair, do you know what that Cromer meant by that familiar spot? That's... well... Sinclair shook. He was seemingly overwhelmed with dread, but I could also see a teeth-grinding anger in him that surpassed his fear. Looking at him, a thought blossomed in my mind. You need to talk, Sinclair. Tell us what you know, and you'll prevent half the deaths we might suffer. It'll also raise the likelihood of our success. I'm looking forward to hearing something useful. I hope I'm doing the right thing as the manager. Sinclair shook his head upon hearing my words, breathed in, and finally opened his mouth after some struggle. My house. That's where Cromer must be. So, you know that bird? Bollocks. My head is still pounding thanks to her shrill laugh. I met her at school.
저런.
Oh boy, she's a friend of yours? Whatever's going on, sure hope you can talk it out.
친구 아니에요.
She's not my friend. Cromer killed my family.
우리
미안해.
My bad. A prosthetic head hanging from a tree slowly turned to face us. Lights and sparks occasionally flickered within. Why did you return?
싱클레어.
Are those your neighbors? Roger asked while looking at the dismembered prostheses.
그런 것 같아요.
It looks like they were.
아니었으면.
I really hope that isn't the case though. Sinclair replied, watching with a grim look on his face as their bare wires sparked and short-circuited. The robotic head soon stopped moving, only emitting discordant things. Then a song begins to fill the air. Silent Night? All the heads hung from the trees are singing the same song. The carol leaking through the vocal units of so many lifeless heads lands on the flames below. It's clearer than ever now. Prosthetic body parts are heresy to them. Though it has been quite a while since prostheses were first introduced to the city, many people still find them foreign and alienating.
저희 마을은요. 저희 마을은
Our town was called the holy site of Nest-K's prosthetic industry.
하이엔드 의체 부품
Most of the residents worked in manufacturing high-end prostheses components. The holy site of Nest-K's prosthetic industry. Aren't they in a nest?
오래전부터 계속
Cromer has been keeping an eye on our town for a long time.
네 가족도
So, was your family?
네.
Yeah, my father was the owner of a fledgling prosthetics company too. Is that why?
아니,
No.
제가 보기엔
The way I see it,
이자들에게
attributing it to a
그런 거창한 상상력이
high-flown
있어.
cause of any kind is giving them too much credit.
그냥
They're just
광기와 폭력에
lunatics,
매료된
consumed
미치광이죠.
by madness and violence. Ishmael asserted to him. After a while of staring at the Christmas trees decorated with his neighbors, Sinclair turned to me. Manager,
관리자님
I have a question if it's alright with you.
여쭤보고 싶었던 게 있어요.
What is it?
그
Well,
기분이 어떠세요?
how does it feel? Feel?
네.
Yeah.
머리 대신
I
의체를
mean,
달고
how does it feel to have a prosthetic replacement for your head? I was a little taken aback since I've never had anyone ask that kind of question before. The issue is that there's no way to know how I might have felt before I got a clock for a head. That's... Oh, it's a... I'm not trying to argue with you or anything. That was probably rude of me. I apologize. No need, it's alright. The other sinners were a billion times ruder to me with their daily interactions anyway. I'm afraid I can't answer that. I don't remember a single thing about my life before this clock.
그러시군요.
I see.
항상 궁금했어요.
I've always wondered what it feels like when there's something
다른 것이
sitting
자리를 잡았을
where your
때의
head
기분은
should be.
어떤지. 가족들은
My family said it's no different from wearing a hat or a watch.
다르다고 말했지만 저는 아무리
But
떠올리려고
I
해도
just couldn't picture it, well, no matter how I approached it.
그 덕에
And now, I'm the only survivor thanks to that. I guess it's because everybody has some sort of prosthetic, and Sinclair was too afraid to get a prosthetic. I'm sure the procedure seemed terrifying at such a young age. You don't have to feel guilty about that.
아니에요.
That's not it.
그런 게 아니에요.
It's nothing like that.
전 단테 씨
I'm afraid I'm not as innocent as you might think,
그렇게 무거운
Dante.
사람이 아니에요.
Sinclair quietly hung his head. I raked my brains for an appropriate reply, but no suitable words of comfort came up. Only the unpleasant sounds of sparks and flames fill the street. Okay, there's more backstory.
아, 너무 열심히 했어. 이걸로 일주일은 울고 먹을 수 있겠군.
I feel like at like later levels, you don't get any experience from these things. Your only source of experience is probably gonna be the mirror dungeons. Well, Holy Knight, it is level 25. We'll just test out the waters and then we can like get more levels if needed. Probably we probably will actually. Okay, there's no story.
로자, 교전 시작.
Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. And the reindeer rolled 2 3s. This identity is pretty good. This Sinclair is pretty good. Wow, I got staggered.
다음에는 머리다.
이대로 가 보자고.
소란이 줄었네요.
쉽네.
자. 너무 쉽잖아.
Oh, so you do get your stance back even if you're staggered. Neutral? Guess we'll try it.
로자, 교전 시작.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
자.
Nope. Okay, that was pretty good. I only got a 15.
마음을 녹일 수 있다면.
I think that's the lowest. Oh, was that a counter move? That was probably a counter move. Don't need this.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
다음.
정신이 물려 터졌군요.
어떠냐? 다음에는 머리다.
Hey, well,
전투에 임하겠습니다. 소란이 줄었네요.
and let's just hit ourselves for a bit. Wow. Oh my god. I guess like a viable strategy is if you get that skill on your first turn, you can actually just go for the RNG and hopefully hopefully she can hit an enemy. And if you hit yourself, then you can always just try again. Just reload the level and try again.
이게 옳은 선.
Alright, we're continuing. Prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill in a corner of the town. I could see that some of them were still conscious, letting out pained moans. The Inquisitors paid no heed. They strenuously jammed nails through each of their victims' chests, over and over, executing their pure intent. I've surely pierced their heart, yet still a pulse remains in their body. It must be patched with steel. Even the core of their humanity has been tainted by heresy. How filthy, a disgrace to flesh and bone. The Inquisitor began carefully pouring a bottle of liquid over the prosthetic person in what looks like a solemn ritual. Judging from the pungent smell, it was most certainly oil or gas. Imbibe the oil of humanity, ye heretical soma. Those who cannot return to the earth find solace in scattering to smoke. A lit match was then thrown on the pile, letting rise a huge flame. With the sounds of sparks flying about, the air is soon filled with an acrid smell. It's not quite like the smell of burning flesh. The sparkling fires finally brings the crackling glimmer in those pathetic bodies to permanent darkness. If this hellscape is their idea of purification, I'd rather stay unclean. Nago and Hanmar has always been devoted to scrutinizing the idea of humanity. Some criticize prosthetic use as they believe that pain is a necessary component of the human experience. However, it never escalated to the extent of direct action that we are witnessing now. I've been meaning to ask, how do you know so much about N-Corp? Well, he's from N-Corp? Yep, I was once employed by N-Corp. What? You used to work with those people? I've never worked with those specific individuals, but in terms of affiliation, you can say that I did. Come to think of it, this might be the first time I've heard Mersal actively talk about himself. He would rarely recount anything related to him. Perhaps he felt it wasn't necessary to speak at all. Why didn't you tell us that earlier? You carry one of those freaky weapons then. Am I obligated to elaborate? The hell? Why don't you explain what makes you different from those nutters then? Listen, mate, as much as I like to call our daft manager Clockface, I don't think they deserve by any means to be on the stake or chopping block. Those buggers talk big about purifying and all that, but all I see are a bunch of loonies who just needed an excuse to kill, eh? Speak up then. Are you like those screw-loose bucketheads? There was a time when I thought about such things, though I did not come to a conclusion. I want that damn conclusion now. Are you gonna up and butcher all the townfolk if your managers just say so? Must I give an answer? That does not aid us in handling our work. An employee must follow their employer's orders. The terms Virgilius presented state as much. Okay, if the manager orders me to do such a thing, I will do it. I may provide my input if I am told that it is necessary, but I do not have a habit of rambling my thoughts unprompted, unlike some of the other sinners, right? Pardon? Are you round the twist? Do you got a chunk of metal in for your brains like the folks here? 16% proteins, 60% water, 7% minerals, and so forth. I'm clearly different in terms of composition. Moreover, unnecessary heavy metals do not comprise any portion of my body. So what is that? I mean, I guess that is necessary metals. That is another difference. Heathcliff's face contorted with frustration. Ingersoll was already an enigma, and he only felt even ever more distant after this conversation. Now that you mention it, there's something I've been wondering. I've been thinking on whether the manager Dante should be seen as a human. What do you mean? What if, when dear Dante is speaking, it's actually the clock and not the person we know as Dante behind those words? You're trying to tell me we were being led by an actual clock? Good grief, you're reaching uncharted depths of idiocy with your theories. I can't even be bothered to refute them. Don't misunderstand, I do like our Dante with their clock-headedness. Honestly, same. Why don't you just give up finding your old head and stick with that one? I know it's probably not gonna be the case, but what if Dante's real head turned out to be super evil or something? Well, there's only one of us who know about our manager boss past. Gregor's eyes naturally fell on Faust. Yep, that's true. That's confidential information. Its access is restricted to the highest security level. And I get a feeling I won't be able to read him for myself. It's only natural. I have no idea who or what I originally was, so I had nothing at my disposal to refute Hong Lu's light-hearted accusation. Maybe he's right, and I really am just a clock. Even if I ask Faust, there's no telling if she'll give me a real answer, and I won't be able to discern the truth in such a thing either. There's even a slim chance that the real Dante is hidden away somewhere, and that I'm some advanced imitation trained to believe I have free will. In any case, sitting here and ruminating won't get me anywhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll mount this thing on the wall when I find my real head. Ishmael sent me a chastising glare for even suggesting something like that, but she had no choice other than to shrug. Well, it is true. Well, okay. And we're just continuing to fight more of these hammer dudes, or nail and hammer dudes. This is just a one wave thing. I guess it's more for just more for the story then. Okay. Okay. Look at this. I feel like sometimes the enemy or even like the sinners, they either roll really well, like they roll full they roll the maximum number, like every coin toss it's always the maximum number, or they roll like really poorly, like there's nothing in between. I think it might be some of the numbers might be locked even after like the hits, the clashes. one number might be just locked. Is that right? There's a server maintenance? Right, there was a server maintenance and I forgot. Let me check again. I think this might be it for the video then. That sucks. Okay, yep. Well, I think that last fight might also get wiped, but anyways, the fights are not that bad anymore. Anyways, yeah, well, I will just end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, please do consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. And with that, I hope to see you guys tomorrow, hopefully after the maintenance is done, for more videos.